17.
Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Athens was once very powerful. It was a center for art, learning, and science, and was home to many important writers and politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. Many buildings and works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. The most famous one is the Parthenon on the Acropolis. The Parthenon was a temple built for Athena, a female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there, others are in museums around the world. There are also many modern, beautiful buildings and several palaces in Athens. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After the Second World War, Athens' population grew very fast. Dirty air caused by factories and too many vehicles became a serious problem. The government built a new road that surrounds the city and made the subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. The climate is mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so it's best to visit in spring or fall. The city has a new, very modern airport and many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture will enjoy Athens very much, as it has many theaters and music halls. Sports are also very popular in Athens, and it is home to the Athens Olympic Stadium, which was built for the 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it is the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very nice places for walking and climbing. There are several outdoor markets. Outdoor cafes and restaurants serve delicious Greek foods like salads with goat cheese and olives, roast meats, fresh seafood, and many types of fresh bread served with olive oil, fish eggs, or delicious garlic and yogurt sauce. It's worth a visit to Athens just for the wonderful food.
ギリシャの話で、ギリシャの話で、何年にオリンピックがあってとか、世界大戦の後に何かがあったことによって環境が悪くなったんだ、多分壊されたんだけど、なんかその後また環境整備してすごい良くなって、今もすごいいいと。でまたオリンピックも開催されるし、もう街もめちゃくちゃいいと。スタジアムでスポーツ観戦も楽しいし、いっぱいレストランカフェもいっぱいあって、でギリシャフードがあって、チーズが美味しい、オリーブが美味しい、なんとかが美味しいっつって、すごいいい街だと。最初の方なんて言ってたかな、そう最初の方は、観光だっていうか、なんかすごい昔建てられた古代遺跡というかねっていうのがいっぱいあって、それがすごいいいと。そんな感じの話だったかな。おおむね合ってると思うんですけどね。
17.
Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Athens was once very powerful. It was a center for art, learning, and science, and was home to many important writers and politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. Many buildings and works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. The most famous one is the Parthenon on the Acropolis. The Parthenon was a temple built for Athena, a female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there. Others are in museums around the world. There are also many modern, beautiful buildings and several palaces in Athens. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After After the Second World War, Athens' population grew very fast. Dirty air caused by factories and too many vehicles became a serious problem. The government built a new road that surrounds the city and made the subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. The climate is mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so it's best to visit in spring or fall. The city has a new, very modern airport and many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture will enjoy Athens very much, as it has many theaters and music halls. Sports are also very popular in Athens, and it is home to the Athens Olympic Stadium, which was built for the 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it is the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very nice places for walking and climbing. There are several outdoor markets. Outdoor cafes and restaurants serve delicious Greek foods like salads with goat cheese and olives, roast meats, fresh seafood, and many types of fresh bread served with olive oil, fish eggs, or delicious garlic and yogurt sauce. It's worth a visit to Athens just for the wonderful food.
一番人気は一番フェイマスポピュラーなのはパルテノンだという話と、第二次世界ワールドワー2かな、世界大戦の後に人口が一気に増えて、街がちょっとやばくなったっていうかね、人口が一気に増えたから、街の周りの道路とかを整備して街が大きくなったという感じなんで、最初わかんねえな。オリンピックは1900年の最後の方に行われてっていう話と最初の方がね。
17. Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Athens was once very powerful. It was a center for art, learning, and science, and was home to many important writers and politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. Many buildings and works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. The most famous one is the Parthenon on the Acropolis. The Parthenon was a temple built for Athena, a female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there. Others are in museums around the world.
思い出した。クライメートはまあ良くて、4月が一番来るのが良くてのと、あとはなんだっけ、パルテノの前はだから3000年の歴史があってなのかな。なんか多分町のどっかの町が、グリースの中でもいい町で、ラーニングサイエンス、なんか科学を学んでいたりとかで、建物とかは全部こう、サバイブずっと残っているっていう話。そんなとこっすね。合ってねえか。なるほどね。
Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Athens was once very powerful. It was a center for art, learning, and science, and was home to many important writers and politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. Many buildings and works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. The most famous one is the Parthenon on the Acropolis. The Parthenon was a temple built for Athena, a female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there. Others are in museums around the world. There are also many modern, beautiful buildings and several palaces in Athens. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After the Second World War, Athens' population grew very fast. Dirty air caused by factories and too many vehicles became a serious problem. The government built a new road that surrounds the city and made the subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. The climate is mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so it's best to visit in spring or fall. The city has a new, very modern airport and many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture will enjoy Athens very much, as it has many theaters and music halls. Sports are also very popular in Athens, and it is home to the Athens Olympic Stadium, which was built for the 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it is the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very nice places for walking and climbing. There are several outdoor markets. Outdoor cafes and restaurants serve delicious Greek foods like salads with goat cheese and olives, roast meats, fresh seafood, and many types of fresh bread served with olive oil, fish eggs, or delicious garlic and yogurt sauce. It's worth a visit to Athens just for the wonderful food.
なるほど。キャピタル。アフェン。むずいね。このキャピタルが分かってないんだもんな。分かってないっていうか聞き取れてない。キャピタル。アフェンとキャピタル。デモクラシー。民主主義。カポイス。FMわあ、パルテノン神殿にあった彫像今どこにある知らねえ。アテナの最強すぎる。ギリシャ領のいや結構難しいな。わかんないな。まだまだか。よし。Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years. Represents one of all the cities. It is very powerful. It is a center of art, learning, and science, and was home to many politicians. Democracy is also boon and pub. Many buildings is very survivable or survive in the city today. One is the Parthenon. The Parthenon is a temple is built of cement in Greek core. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Others represent them around the world. There are also many modern buildings and several parties in the time. The first modern Olympic game was held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After the Second World War, Athens' population grew very fast. Dirty eggs factories too many vehicles and became a serious problem. The government built new roads around the city and made the subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. The climate is mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so best to visit in spring or fall. And many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture enjoy it very much, as it has many theaters and musicals. Sports are also very popular and this is the home Olympic Stadium, which was built for the 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it's the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very nice places walking and climbing. The regular outdoor market. Other corporate restaurants serve delicious Greek food, like salads with goat cheese, hunt pork, roast meat, fresh seafood, and many types fresh bread, soaps, olive oil, fish egg, delicious garlic, and yogurt sauce. Just what a wonderful food. Athens is the capital and the largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it the world's oldest city. Athens was once very powerful. It was a center for art, learning, and science, and was home to many important writers and politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. Many buildings and works of art of Athens still survive in the city today. The most famous one is the Parthenon on the Acropolis. The Parthenon was a temple built over Athena, a female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there, others are museums around the world. There are also many modern, beautiful buildings and several parties in Athens. The modern Olympic Games were held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After the Second World War, Athens' population grew very fast. Dirty air caused by factories and too many vehicles became a terrible problem. The government built a new road around the city and made the subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. It's mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so it's best to visit spring or fall. The city has a new, very modern airport and many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture will enjoy Athens very much, as it has many theaters and music halls. Sports are also very popular in Athens, and it is home to the ancient Olympic Stadium, which was built for the 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it is the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very nice places for walking and climbing. There are several outdoor markets. Outdoor cafe restaurants sell delicious Greek food like salad and good cheese, fresh seafood, and many types of fresh bread, served with fish eggs, delicious garlic, yogurt sauce. It was a bit awesome, just wonderful food. Athens is the capital of the largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it the world's oldest city. Athens is once very powerful. It was a center of art, science, and was home to many important writers and politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. Many buildings and works survive today. The most famous one is the Parthenon in the Acropolis. The Parthenon is a temple built for Athena of the female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there. Others are in museums around the world. There are also many modern, beautiful buildings, several palaces, and the first modern Olympic Games was held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After the Second World War, the population grew fast. That electrical functions into many vehicles became a serious problem. The government built a new roads around the city and made subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. The climate is mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so it's best to visit in spring or fall. Has a new, very modern airport and many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture and enjoy it very much, other than many theaters and musicals. Sports are also very popular, and there's home to the big stadium, which was built for the 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it's the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very places walking and climbing. There are several outdoor markets. At the cafes and restaurants, there are delicious good food like salads with goat cheese, olive, roast meat, fresh seafood, and many types of fresh bird soup, olive, fish eggs, or delicious garlic in the yogurt soup. It was a visit to Athens, just wonderful, wonderful food. Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. Athens, 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 Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. Greece. It has a history of more than it has a history of more than 3,000 years, yes, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Athens is the capital and largest city in Greece. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. It has a history of more than 3,000 years, which makes it one of the world's oldest cities. Athens was once very powerful. Athens was once very powerful. Once very powerful. Once very powerful. Athens was once very powerful. It was a center for art. It was a center of art, learning, and science, and was home to many important writers. And politicians. Democracy was also born in Athens. なるほど。Athens is the capital. でもこれの内容、一回聞いただけだと。30%ぐらい。30%ぐらいか。これでまだ30%ぐらいですか。星3つ。まあOK。Many buildings are works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. Many buildings and works of art from old Athens. Many buildings works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. Many buildings and works of art. Many buildings and works of art from old Athens still survive in the city today. The most famous one is the Parthenon on the Acropolis. The Parthenon was a temple built for Athena, a female Greek god. It was filled with many beautiful statues. It was filled with many beautiful statues. なんだっけな、そうかな。彫刻家ステージ。It was filled with many. was filled with many beautiful statues. Some of them are still there. Others are in museums around the world. 全然わかってないな。There are also many modern, beautiful buildings or several places in Athens. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. There are also many modern beautiful buildings or several places in Athens. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens at the end of the 19th century. After the Second World War, Athens population, population grew very fast. Dirty air caused by factories and too many vehicles became a serious problem. The dirty air caused by factory and too many vehicles became a serious problem. The environment built a new road, and the government built a new road that surrounds the city and made the subway system much bigger. Now the quality of the environment is much better. The climate is mild, but the city gets quite hot in summer, so it's best to visit in spring or fall. The city has a new, very modern airport and many high-quality hotels. People interested in culture will enjoy Athens very much, as it has many theaters and match halls. The people interested in culture. People interested in culture will enjoy people interested in culture will enjoy Athens very much, as it has many theaters and music halls. Sports are also very popular in Athens, and it is home to Athens Olympic Stadium, which was built for 2004 Olympic Games. Be home to,生まれ故郷である何々が存在する。And it is home to Athens Olympic Stadium. And it is home to the Athens Olympic Stadium, which was built for 2004 Olympic Games. Many people think it is the most beautiful stadium in the world. The city is surrounded by mountains, which are very nice places for walking and climbing. There are several outdoor markets. Outdoor cafes and restaurants serve delicious Greek food like salad with goat cheese and olive, roast meats, fish, seafood, and many types of fresh bread served with olive oil. Fish egg or delicious garlic, and yogurt sauce. It was a visit to Athens just for the wonderful food.